So it's been made official. Um, Killer Kross, aka Karrion Kross, was not re-signed to a contract with WWE. They have decided to let his contract expire, um, which I believe means that he's officially a free agent and there's no 90-day non-compete clause. Um, I want to bring this up again because I really think it's important for people to memorize this. So often people think that because you got a yes movement with Daniel Bryan, because you think because you got that Women's Evolution pay-per-view, and you got Give Divas a Chance trending, and so they brought up Charlotte, Becky, and etc. Because you got those things, you think you can make a difference in WWE. You can't. You really can't. And I know that you want to think that, because you chanted, "We want Cody," and things like that, that somehow you got that going. Cody Rhodes was always going to be winning the championship. There was no surprise. I'm glad that Cody got his moment, but Cody Rhodes was always somebody that they had in mind of someone to push. He's been their guy. Karrion Kross wasn't. Karrion Kross was one of the first individuals to have been brought back to WWE when Triple H took charge. And again, there was intrigue by people like, holy shit, one of the first big moves made by Triple H, bring back Kross. Kross didn't get a fair opportunity with Vince McMahon on the main roster. He never did. So Triple H tried to right a wrong. And nothing came. Nothing happened. To my knowledge, Kross didn't win a singles championship upon his return to WWE. He has only been NXT champion in his time in WWE. Upon his return, I can't remember if he won the feud with Drew McIntyre. I'm going to say no. And then it just felt like Kross went on a downslope after that. They didn't follow up with Kross looking at Roman Reigns and the hourglass that was put inside the ring, and they hit something with Kross. Fans started to cheer louder and demand more. And WWE said, we really don't care. Karrion Kross is not our guy. He's not to be pushed. What don't you get? You guys want to be the smart marks, right? Well, smarten up. He's not for us. He's not getting pushed. You cannot change our minds. Why? They got the money. They don't need to work for you. They have the money from sponsorships, from all these deals that they get all over the fucking place with the fucking, they still got that Peacock money, they got that ESPN money now, and they got fucking all these different sponsorships from the vodka or whatever, and then the Slim Jim, and then some phone company, I think. It's all over the place. I mean, you see the sponsorships on the tables, on the barricades, around the ring. They got the Prime, all that. They got all the money in the world. So they don't really need to rely on your money for that reason. They don't need to, rely on trying to give into your wants so that way you pay. Especially because they are banking on all of you to continue to watch and buy and buy the new subscription, buy the new merch, buy the, everything. Buy the new video games, buy the new cards, buy the new toys, to buy everything, to get that extra income. And merch sales, maybe it used to mean something. It's been touted before that Kross was one of the top merchandise sellers. What did that mean? Hey, thanks for the money. We really appreciate it. It was just extra money. They don't need to listen to their audience because you've seen it before on the IWC, the online wrestling community. You see already so many people who will never quit on WWE. They'll continue to watch. They'll continue to support. The way that the WWE image works is, as long as you're talking about us, we don't care how it is. Whether if you're talking good about us, hey, thanks. Whether you're talking about bad about us, hey, thanks, you're still talking. Whether it's just like, that was all right, you're still talking. It does not matter. You still talk. And that's how they view it. I just want people to understand is that I really don't see how, I hope this is a lesson to people to understand that you want to continue to say that WWE listens to their audience. No, they chose not to. Again, Cody Rhodes is already the guy. He was the guy under Vince McMahon as well, too. He was always going to be the guy. So you chanting, we want Cody, yeah, that's great and all. But it's not like it was a surprise that Cody Rhodes won the title. There was no surprise about that. It was expected. So what do you do next with Killer Kross? Moving forward. Here is what I think. What I think right now is, I know that I'm going to sound like a huge AEW mark here right now for saying this. I think Tony Khan needs to be in contact with Killer Kross. There is going to be a high demand for Killer Kross because he is hot on social media and hot on YouTube. He's popular. People, I do believe, are going to follow what comes next, from going from Karrion Kross to Killer Kross. From being the guy who was held down by WWE. And now the chains are broken. Killer Kross is back. What is Killer Kross going to do? And of course, I think bring Scarlett along with too. I don't mean to, accidentally diminish Scarlett as well. I hope I'm not doing that. You can get a double bonus. I think that we need to see from Scarlett to wrestle as well too. I don't want her to just be some, valet role, to be a manager role with, Kross. I think obviously they are a great pairing together, not just because husband and wife, but they really just blend so well together. So I think that a great idea would be for Tony Khan to get into immediate contact with Killer Kross, to offer him a, you could do maybe a 1 year, 2 year contract. I don't know how the contracts work, okay? What I think that you could do, excuse me, like a little something in my throat. I think that you could do a 1 year, 2 year contract just to, try things out. Let's see how we play out here, Kross. And if the 2 years come up and then we've really got something, it's like, would you like to resign? To test out the waters. How do you work in AEW? I'm all for giving anybody a shot you know, like I'm saying eyeball for, like, as if I work for AEW, but for me as a fan, I'm willing to give anybody an opportunity to let them wrestle and show up and see the fan reaction, and then be like, okay, that worked. Can you come back next week? And then eventually we can see, okay, we got something here. Let's get you contracted. Let's get you signed on. What I also, so I would say, heck, after fucking, this just came to me, after Kyle Fletcher's match, send out Kross at Forbidden Door. Again, I don't think Kross has a 90-day compete clause, since it was not a release. It just, they let the contract expire, you know, which is the proper way to do business. So I will give WWE that. But the way that they did not go with Kross, obviously, is the wrong way. It's their choice, of course, but definitely just a bad choice. You know, you could put him in a a match with Hangman Adam Page just to get him into a world title picture, not go into a world title feud, but to show that, hey, boom, this guy is going to be a very big player for us. He's not going to be in the world title spot yet, but he's someone who could go up there. We just want to give you a preview and let you know that we are going to take him very fucking seriously. Fucking, I don't know, maybe just go Kross and Ospreay. Ospreay's going to be at Forbidden Door. Now, one of my biggest ideas that I kind of came up with that I think would be a good idea is to also have Kross appear on Ring of Honor. Kross has that type of star power right now that could really draw more intrigue for people to watch ROH. I haven't been watching for months, if I'm honest, and I would actually like to start rewatching. So that would be kind of cool for me personally. But I think that's a great way for people to go like, oh shit, they're putting someone like Kross on ROH? Now, obviously, some people might think of that as a demotion, but Kross could be the guy that you need to really get that more star power there. We all love Bandito, but think about what it would be like if you just, like, boom, push Kross right to the moon, Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion. And that's not meaning that Kross has to stay at ROH. We've seen Bandito be there on AEW Dynamite and Collision. So Kross could be pulling, you know, from many different sides. Wouldn't have to just be the ROH guy. He could be on multiple levels. So, I mean, obviously, I'll be following the career of Killer Kross, and I really hope that he gets to just take over the world. I hope that fans continue to follow him. I hope that people will understand that, look, you wanted him to be something in WWE, and you kept calling, you kept asking, you kept demanding. It didn't come. Sad to say. But you know what? That doesn't mean that you give up. That doesn't mean that you just be like, well, I just gotta only watch WWE. No. Follow his career. Follow him where he goes. Watch his matches. Watch his YouTube documentaries. You want to be a fan? Be a fan. He's got a book as well coming out, or already came out, I believe it is. So, buy the book. You know, I'm not sure if Kross has has merchandise other than WWE right now. Pretty sure maybe there'll be a store started, or maybe some pro wrestling tees. Don't know, but you know, support. If you truly wanted to be with this guy and you truly were a fan, just don't just give up just because he's not in WWE anymore. Follow the career. But again, I know that it just sounds like, you know, the AEW marking me, just like, oh my God, call him, Tony, call him. I think the same way how I felt about when Saraya was let go from her contract. I felt, call her. I said, I think that she can be a key player for AEW with what she can bring to the women's division as well to continue to elevate it. And I think that Saraya did help out quite a bit. Definitely was a huge part of helping Tony out, I think, as well too. But I digress. I get the same type of vibe for Kross. Like, you want to call someone like that, because what Kross has right now is kind of gives me the vibes from the Yes movement. Maybe, Daniel Bryan was a little bit bigger with the popularity. I don't mean to diminish Kross at all, but it does give me those types of vibes of just how much in demand and how people are not stopping. So I definitely can I see it. I feel it. It didn't go away. It did not go away. Fans continue to ask, fans continue to pay attention, fans continue to chant, we want Kross. And only for Triple H to say, you want Brock, you got him. I can't even imagine how Kross felt seeing that footage. And I just got a mental picture in my mind of him just repeat, hearing that crowd, we want Kross, only for Triple H to say, you want Brock, you got him. Brock is like, are you tone deaf? And that's not something that I'm sure Kross would want to think about Triple H, But it's just very frustrating when you know exactly where you're supposed to be going and how much you can give and what the fans want to see, and you're being told no. You're being told stay down there. You're not being paid attention to. You're not being elevated to a spot where the fans want to see. And it's not even something that you can control. You answer to the creative direction of where the company has for you. And it's frustrating to know that you have a popularity, and you're just told no. So, again, what's next for Kross? We don't know. This just came out today, but I've been talking about Kross for a couple of days, and I felt that on the day that it happened, I should give the confirmation that, yeah, it happened. And I'm not surprised by it, because, unfortunately, they made their intentions known on how they feel about Kross. Thanks for being a part, but you're not our guy. And I'm going to tag Kross in this video. And I just want, if he does happen to view this, I'm sorry about that for you, buddy. I am. But I want to say, if Kross does happen to see this video, go conquer the world, bud. Go kick ass. You've got the support. You've got the backing from people. The chains have been let loose on you. And, there's plenty of plenty of ways to watch wrestling out there. So I do hope that AEW gives you a call. That's, my personal preference. I would love to see that right there. I can already just hear, the lights go out and the fans jumping out of their seats, and then you just appear. I don't know, it just gets me a smile on my face just thinking about that. I would love it. And so, anyways, that's all I've got, guys. So, again, a reminder, to those of you, don't stop following Kross and his career. You know, find him on Instagram. He's on YouTube as well. Probably still posting on Twitter. I'll see if Kross is on Blue Sky as well too. But you know, follow him everywhere, but you can to support. So, and Scarlett too. God damn, I'm so sorry. I should not leave Scarlett out, but follow Scarlett as well too. You know, peanut butter and jelly. You follow the both of them. They go everywhere. That's the best way I think I can end it. All right.